Little people, big dreams. I can be an imaginative creator. Written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vegara. Hans Christian Andersen. Little Hans was born in the kingdom of Denmark. His family was poor, but they had a precious possession, a book of fairy tales. Hans listened to the stories every night. One of his greatest joys was watching puppeteers perform in the streets. He would memorize every word and movement and repeat it later for his mom. While he was still a young boy, Hans had to leave school to make money for his family. He set off to join the theater. He tried everything, singing, acting, dancing, but he realized his true love was telling stories and letting his imagination fly. He became an author and wrote the most beautiful fairy tales. His stories became so popular that every night kids all over the world would read them. And entire generations of children have grown up loving the stories of Little Hans, the boy who proved that imagination can take you anywhere. Louise Bourgeois. This is a story about a girl called Louise who lived in Paris, France. After school, she helped at the family studio where old tapestries were repaired. One day, her mother became ill. Louise was terribly upset. She realized that drawing was the only thing that helped her cope with her mother being unwell. When she grew up, Louise decided to study art. A famous painter saw her work and gave her some great advice. She should become a sculptor. She moved to America, where she worked on sculptures inspired by her childhood memories. They were quite strange. Louise was 70 when an art museum in New York finally put on a show for her work. People found the show shocking, but couldn't take their eyes off her sculptures. When she was in her 80s, Louise made a giant spider sculpture, Maman, which in French for mummy. It reminded her of her loving mother, mending tapestries in her studio. By using art to confront her fears, little Louise became one of the most important artists of the 20th century and changed modern art. Ada Lovelace. Little Ada was born in England. Her mother loved maths and her father loved poetry. Left alone, Ada's imagination took flight. She dreamed of machines with wings that could move in any direction. She also learned to love numbers and solving mathematical problems. When she was 17, she went to London and met a famous mathematician. He invented a big machine. It was the first calculator. It could add up numbers so quickly. It was like magic. Ada thought she could use math to make the calculator do even more amazing things. She wrote a code to tell the machine what to do. She didn't know it, but she had just become the world's first computer programmer. Little Ada, who loved both numbers and poetry, discovered something wonderful. When you use science and imagination, your dreams can fly. The end.
已经超过5分钟了。
好啦。